Hey, I'm Sanan Sanani. I'm an entrepreneur and real estate investor at the age of 25. And my dream is to elevate the youngsters into the real estate world. So when you subscribe to my channel, you're going to know more about the ins and outs of real estate and also personal growth, the real estate here. I upload every Monday and sometimes on Wednesdays too. Make sure you hit the subscribe button anyhow and smash the like button and click the bell button to turn on post notifications and remind YouTube I'm doing a good job. Did you know that most people can't tell a good investment from a bad one? I mean, look, the majority of the world, the majority of the students were told to go to school so they can get a good job, to work hard, to pay taxes, and meet an expert financial planner to turn their money over to him. In fact, studies show most people leave school not even knowing the basic difference between a stock and a bond, or even debt and equity. And so I'll leave the definition in the video description, but let's move forward. I got asked a question recently by one of my Instagram followers, and he was smart. The first thing he asked me was, Sanan, I've saved up some cash now. How can I tell a good and a bad investment apart? And I said, hey, that's a very good question. I'm going to answer that on YouTube. And the real answer to that is, you've got to lose your money in the bad ones to learn, and you've got to make your money in the good ones to know. Now, you guys are watching this. You made a smart move. You can learn from my mistakes. You don't have to make them on your own. Warren Buffett says, learning from your mistakes is good, but learning from other people's mistakes is even better. And that's the way I've been trying to learn these days. I mean, I've been going up to every successful person I know and I respect, and I look at them and I say, take their brain, teach me everything. Tell me everything you know. What are you about? How do you do it? Tell me everything. And I eat their brain. I consume everything they know, everything they can teach. I listen to it all. Even if I know what they're saying, I listen to it all. I don't interrupt. I say, hey, maybe I will learn something different this time. So learn from successful people. Learn from their mistakes. Learn what they have to say. This is a way to skip 10, 20 years of your life. And if you're new to my channel and this is your first time watching my videos, I upload a video every Monday on real estate and personal growth, the real estate in between your ears. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the bell button to be notified, and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It helps a lot and it means a lot to me. So now, instead of me teaching you or telling you what good and bad investments are, I'm going to show you my thought process when I am looking at a good investment and when I'm looking at a bad investment. So you can tell the difference on your own afterwards. To me, a good investment is purchasing an asset that doesn't decrease in value over time, an asset that doesn't depreciate, an asset that doesn't defect or wear and tear. And even if it does, it's supposed to be considered good if it does. If the aging of the investment brings value, like if it's some painting or antiquity or some fine-aged wine or whiskey, sure, that's a good investment. And obviously, I would also like to know how soon I can get my cash back. At what rate? I would take a look at the forecasted income. Is it daily? Is it monthly? Or is it yearly? How about the maintenance? How much is it? How about the expenses? How much does it cost? How much will it leave me with? How passive is this stream? Does it require work? How much work? Am I in this field or is this new to me? Who else is in this field? I would also find like 5 people who have experienced this or own this investment, and I ask for their recommendation, ask for their advice, ask and learn from their mistakes. You want to analyze every bit of the investment to see if there are any red flags. You want to check the volatility of the investment and screen if it's risky to purchase. Is the investment stable? What's the ROI? How much ROI? What's my return on investment? How many years do I get my cash back? Okay. If you don't know these questions from the top of your head, you should write them down. A bad investment is something that requires constant management. It is very delicate, it is very sensitive, prone for depreciation, prone to break and needs repair. A best example would be a car. The minute you walk out with your brand new car out the showroom, the value has decreased by 30%. Good luck selling it the next day, the same price. It's not an asset, it's a liability in that case, all right? It's not putting money in your pocket. Some of my bad investments were buying a second-hand American spec muscle car in a GCC country because the specifications were not made for the weather, all right? It needed constant service. Plus, I found it was originally a crashed car and that it was repaired and sold in auctions to the person who sold it to me. And my other mistake was falling for a cold call. Those traders who are on Instagram these days trying to sell you dreams. If you ever heard of the terms marginal trading, options, leverage, stay away from these investments. If you ever hear any of these words, stay away. Don't let someone trade for you. Those are just my opinions. I lost $80,000 like that the hard way. I didn't start with 80,000. I just put 1,000. If you have an itch to trade yourself. Never hand your money over to people to trade for you because whether you win or not, they win both ways. So don't get me started on that. I'll make a video on that later on, entirely up to that if you want. Another thing is Bitcoin cloud mining. That's a thing now. Genesis cloud mining. I lost $10,000 there. It's a very big scam. I might do a video on that as well. Another mistake you can do is purchasing a property from the heart instead of purchasing the property using your brain. I talked about this in one of my YouTube videos where I go over some of the common mistakes when it comes to investing in real estate. Make sure you watch that if you haven't already. Good investments are real estate that are used as investment vehicles, purely for investment. Not for you to live in, and it's to generate you passive income, to preserve your capital and keep your cash safe, and create generational wealth. A portion of your money should also be in gold. Gold is a good investment. Gold has been proven itself many years, just like real estate. Gold is good for stability. If the paper currency ever drops or a war happens, your gold will rise in value. There's also the new money, the people's money, Bitcoin. It has also been a new investment these days, but beware of short-term spikes and beware of volatility. If you buy at any price, like if you buy at 8,000, don't panic if it drops at 4,000. Don't sell at 4,000. Buy again at 4,000. So when it reaches 8,000, you have made your profit along with it. There's also S&P 500. S&P 500 captures the majority of the US economies, the 500 best companies in the United States, and it's very stable. You are basically investing in a bundle, the top 500, and you can do dollar cost averaging, meaning instead of using $10,000 to purchase the S&P 500 all at once at one price, you instead purchase $100 monthly and get into a very good habit of paying $100, buying some stocks, $100, $100 around the way, so that if the market drops and you lose, you don't lose tremendously. You lose little tiny bits. And if it goes up, you gain all these tiny bits. Albert Einstein once says, compound interest is the most powerful force in the universe. He said, if I remember correctly, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. And he who understands it earns it. He who doesn't understand it pays it. And what he means is all these hidden taxes and inflation that there is in this economy. So we're at the end of the video. Comment below down what you want me to answer in the next video. And if you have any questions, in fact, share me your personal experiences and where you have lost your money investing. Tell me some of your bad investments. If it's something more personal and long, you could email me or DM me on my Instagram channel. So again, hit the likes button. Let me know what you want me to do a video about. I know I briefly talked about gold and S&P 500 and my mistakes with Genesis mining. I will do a video entirely, one for each one of these in the future. We are at the end of the video. Thanks for watching. It's Sanan Sanani. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the bell button. And if you found this valuable, see you next Monday.